When many people think of North Dakota, the setting of a feature film isn't the first thing that comes to mind. However, when Daniel Bielinski moved to North Dakota in 2015, he wanted to change that. And in 2018, he started a production company called Canticle Productions that set out to do just that.
My company, Canticle Productions, is dedicated to telling true stories from North Dakota history. I think there's a wealth of amazing material in North Dakota history.
The company has completed 3 feature films, with the third, End of the Rope, premiering at the end of March. End of the Rope focuses on the true story of the Charles Bannon case from 1931 in Schafer, North Dakota. After Bannon confessed to murdering a family of 6, members of the community decided to take justice into their own hands.
When's the last time you saw Albert?
No, I don't really make regular.
Any of the Havens?
In 1931, Northwest North Dakota was a very different place from 1931 Chicago or New York or wherever. They were cut off on 3 sides by water, and they were a generation away from the homesteading era. These were people who had to protect themselves. Law and order from Bismarck, North Dakota, which is where the closest law and order was, that might as well have been in Chicago.
While Bannon was awaiting trial in a stone jailhouse, a mob of 75 men took him from the jail and hung him off a bridge. No members of the mob were ever arrested or identified.
These weren't a bunch of drunk cowboys doing that. These were family people who were actually, they wanted to protect their families.
The film was shot over 4 weeks, with 3 weeks of filming being done in McKenzie County, where the story takes place.
It was a huge logistical undertaking. We burned a building down. We built a town in the middle of a field. We shot in 2 different cities. We shot in a sound studio up there. We created a sound studio from a warehouse, so we had interior sets.
Daniel plans to continue making movies focused on North Dakota stories, and he believes that this could be the start of something bigger.
The stuff that would have cost so much money, the cars, that would have cost so much money if we were shooting in California. So the fact that that this is the beginning of an industry here in North Dakota, I still think there's so much excitement around it, and the community, the kind of the grassroots feel for it, makes it possible to make films that have a very high level of production value, but still do it for modest amounts of money.
End of the Rope premieres on March 24th in Watford City, with other red carpet premieres taking place across the state in the following weeks, including at the Fargo Theater on March 31st. From Bison Information Network, I'm Coy Hartle.